Okay, let's bring in a guest. Stephen Fish has served as a consultant to US federal agencies and international organizations such as the European Commission for Democracy through law. He's also the author of Democracy Derailed in Russia. He joins me live on the line now from Berkeley in California. Stephen, it's very easy when there are so many legal cases brought against Donald Trump. There's a danger they kind of maybe lose a little bit of the kind of threat when you see him so defiantly saying, I've done nothing wrong. He's got this kind of Teflon element to him, it seems. Is he really in peril in this particular case? What's at stake?
Well, he certainly is, Neil. This case is interesting in part because, first of all, it's the first case that takes him on for really his greatest crime against the United States, which is threatening to derail American democracy. Remember, what he's under indictment for here is very different from the other cases. The other cases are serious. The previous indictment, for example, runs to serious national security interests. He's been indicted for misusing classified documents of a top secret nature that have to do with foreign policy. But this one is even more serious than that. And one of the other things that's interesting about this is that his guilt really isn't in doubt. These crimes unfolded before the public in the most public possible way. He's accused of inciting the rioters on January 6th, and we saw him do that on television. He's accused of trying to get state and local officials to find votes that didn't exist in states in which the electoral count was close in order to put him over the top. We know that happened. That was well covered in the press. We also know that he pressed his vice president not to certify the election in the halls of Congress. These are all things that we know he did. So he can claim this is a witch hunt all he wants, but these are high crimes, and everybody watched him do them.
Well, you're saying that, it's known that he did these things, but sometimes you can do something and then, well, your team can say you had a legitimate reason for doing it, and that's our defense. I mean, will they be able to do that?
No, I mean, that's not a legal defense. It's pretty obvious that he committed these crimes. It's also obvious that the Biden Justice Department has been very careful. They did not want to set a precedent of an administration prosecuting a former president of the United States. They know that's dangerous. So they really had to have, full-on evidence plus a very strong case in order to proceed in this. And that's exactly what they've done.
He was found guilty of, I believe it was sexual assault. It doesn't seem to have had any much impact on his ability to run for political office or indeed his popularity. Even if he's convicted here, is that likely to derail him?
Well, it's not going to do him any good. Look, I mean, the Republicans are uniting behind Trump. Trump could do anything, and these are the highest of crimes, and most Republicans would still stand behind him. And it's very likely that he's going to get the Republican nomination for president. But in the general election, this could definitely drag him down. A lot of Americans who are politically not necessarily all that engaged are going to look at this and take this very seriously.
Appreciate your time, Stephen. Stephen Fish from the University of California, Berkeley there. Thank you.